Hello, welcome back to the stream. Thank you all who have tuned in basically straight after my previous live, which I ended like 20 minutes ago, something like that. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about the game we literally just won, the Community Shield. Nice win for City. Really happy about it. You know, look, silverware. I'm not over the moon. You know. I'm not going to overreact or anything like that, but I am happy about this because I'm happy to see City win, just as I was happy to see us win any games that we won in pre-season. So, yeah, that is the logic. Sorry I wasn't in the rest of your stream. I was editing my vlog. No worries, lad. No worries. The fact that you were even in to begin with is enough. But let's get into the preview straight away. Starting with Ederson and net. I've given him a 6. Just realised I didn't do something very well, but I'd given Ederson a 6 because I thought it was a 6 out of 10 performance. I thought he did decent. I don't feel like there was much he could have done on the goal. I don't blame him that much on that front. So yeah, I'm happy with Ederson's performance, and therefore I give him a 6. Rico Lewis, again, I thought he did good. I actually thought he did pretty good, to be honest. At right back, not the easiest job in the world, having to deal with Rashford. Look, say what you like about Rashford, but Rashford has got one thing in his locker, and his pace, and when he wants to be, he's quick with his feet, and therefore can always be a bit of a threat to any team. So, you know, he did decent today, Rico Lewis, and I'm not going to say he got it all right, but I feel like he definitely did good. Akanji 6.5. Defensively, thought he was decent. Nothing too much. Nothing sticks out to me that I was like, what are you doing? But he also got the winning penalty, so 6.5 in my opinion is fair. Diaz, again, I thought he was decent defensively. Took his pen well, and it was solid. I felt the whole way through. Felt good to have him at that back line. Vardiol, a lot of the action didn't really come from his end. He did have involvement with Garnacho came in on City's defence, and so maybe he could have done a bit better there. But again, through his area, he didn't come to arms with many players. And so I give him a 6. He was okay. Why at the bottom does it say, thank you. That's a graphical error. I'm working on fixing it right now. Thank you for pointing that out. Going on to Kovacic. I've given him a 7. I actually thought Kovacic was actually pretty good, to be honest. I think Kovacic did decent with Nico Riley in that first half, and then he kept doing decent in the second half. Saw a bit more of what he tends to do. So, that was nice to see that from Kova. Look, I think Kova's a pretty good player, and I think he's got stuff to offer City. Again, do I think I've made this quite clear. I don't think he is the Rodri backup. I don't think he has it in his locker. But what I will say is that I trust Kovacic to play games for City. There's no doubt in my mind on that front, to be honest. Just as I'm working on fixing this, Nico Riley, I've given him 5.5. Now I'm not going to be too hard on him, but I saw him. He lost the ball a lot for City, and was one of the first people to get subbed off. Lost the ball a lot. Wasn't the prettiest performance I've ever seen him give out. So it was a debut for him, and I don't think we're going to see the end of him. Let him gain this experience, let him take it, and let him grow from it. He's 19. He's got time to learn from this. Kovacic was man of the match on FootMob. I don't use FootMob. It's the first time I've actually heard of it as well, to be honest. But yeah, I'll get on to why I gave Bob man of the match. Now, actually, he's next. So I've given Oscar Bob man of the match simply because I just thought everything he was doing when he was going down that right side, it just looked like something was like on the cards. Like I remember that dribble he did where I can't remember who he beat, but he cuts in, he sends Johnny Evans, and then he skies the shot. But it was really good play. And if that's what Oscar Bob can offer us more like that, then he has got a future and a half at City. There's no doubt about that. He was absolutely sublime at doing that stuff, Oscar Bob. I was really, really happy with that. Just trying to get this aligned. There we go. And the assist he got was great. Savinho slips the ball into him, and then, he takes it and beats Martinez, shrugs him aside almost, to be honest. It was a really good bit of play by him. Really nice assist as well. Chips it over. He was probably looking for Haaland. I'm pretty sure he said that in his interview, but he ended up getting an assist for Bernardo. Birthday boy Bernardo, and it was just a great header from him, and just did what he had to. And that's what I really like about Bernardo. He tends to get headers in big games, which has been somewhat of a topic. I remember he got one against Real Madrid, got one against Bayern Munich, and I'm pretty sure he got one, and he's just got one this game. So Oscar Bob is a good player. If you don't play him, I would say loan him out. I think we're going to play him, to be honest. I think he's going to get a lot of game time this season. I don't think he was played in this game because, it's the Community Shield and it doesn't matter. I don't think that's why he played this match. I think he actually played this because, he's earned his spot to an extent. That's genuinely why I think he's featured here. And I'm really excited to see what he has to offer us because he's an absolutely top player. What about Savinho and Silva, though? Don't worry, I'm going to get onto them. But personally, I've given man of the match to Oscar Bob because I think he was excellent. Moving on to James McAtee. By the way, just fix the errors. Moving on to James McAtee. No goal contributions, but I actually gave him a 7. I actually thought it was a good performance by him. Just dribbling was great. There was a short bit of play between him, Bob, and Lewis, and it was all it was really good. Just passing it around United's box, but in like a very small zone of it. It was very good play. And he almost had a goal, hit the post. Very unlucky. What a goal that would have been. His first proper goal for City, that would have been. He got one in pre-season, but I don't know if that goes down as an actual goal. But honestly, what a goal! No, what a goal was by Bernardo, but what a game McAtee produced for us in such an occasion too. This is a derby at the end of the day, and it's not like none of the players were trying; they were all trying their absolute best, I imagine. So, moving on to Doku, thought he was all right. Getting up the wing, it caused a little bit of trouble at times. Did lose the ball for us a couple of times as well, but I give him a 6.5. I thought he was decent, to be honest. Haaland, I give him a 6. Again, all right. Didn't mess up in ways that would make me like, but, there was a moment where I thought, I should have taken that. There was a moment in the first half. He does really good. Nico Riley gives him the ball. Then there's a gap for Haaland to have a shot. There's a decently sized gap as well. It's like that big. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you need as a striker. And I thought he was going to take it, but instead he took another touch and tried to slip in Nico Riley, and we lose the ball. So there were moments like, and there was like 1 or 2 moments like that as well, other moments. So I thought that he was performing pretty good, Haaland on a whole, but I give him an all right. He wasn't too bad. Moving on to Ake, who I give a 6. Didn't get a lot of time on the pitch, but when he did, he had me worried because he was on the ball and he just wasn't passing it. He was just taking the pressure by Garnacho, and then he goes down due to the pressure, expects to get a free kick and puts his hand on the ball, and then because he's handballed it, they get the free kick and there's a chance for them. So that was all I had really on Ake. Everything else was fine by him. De Bruyne, lovely penalty taken at the end, but other than that, I'm pretty sure I had the least time on it out of all these lot. So, didn't get a lot of time to do much here, De Bruyne. But when it counted, he did produce a lovely penalty, which is what we needed him to do. Moving on to Bernardo, who I give him a 7. Although he did miss his pen again, didn't matter, so we won't hang it over his head because he went on to, he didn't go on to, he'd done previously. It was the reason we went to pens, and he won the goal for us, didn't he? It was a great goal, lovely header, so calm and composed when it comes to his headers, man. Against Bayern, just almost placed it with his head, almost knew exactly where he was going to put it. There were like 2 men on the Bayern line as well that could have stopped it, but they couldn't stop it because of how well placed it was. Against Madrid as well. Savinho, amazing debut, very promising. And I'll get on to him in a minute. It was a very promising debut by Savinho, but Bernardo, gotta say, wasn't Savinho technically yours before you signed him? Not really. He was owned by Troyes, and Troyes are owned by the City Football Group, and the City Football Group is ran by Sheikh Mansour and all that. So, he wasn't our player, but he was one of the players from a club that we own, essentially. It was the same football group. Yeah, what Frost is saying. It's like United don't own Todibo and everyone at Nice. United don't own Todibo and everyone at Nice because Ineos own Nice, That's the kind of thing. I'm back, says Glimpse. Welcome back. Moving on to Savinho. Look, he's going to get spoken about, but he had a lot of promise. We're seeing a bit of what he's about. Likes to dribble on the ball very clearly. Had a bit of play to the goal. Dribbled out wide to the right-hand side. Got the ball off Rico Lewis. But you're just selling to the same owner. Yes, we are. Well, we're selling to a different club. Yes, we are. But it's not... I don't think City own 100% of Troyes. When it comes to these clubs, we own a large percentage. We don't own Girona 100%. We don't own Troyes 100%. Okay? They still have owners, obviously, they have their own board. It's not like their board is our board. It's not like Tiki's at Troy's and Girona. It doesn't work like that. Tiki is a Man City guy. And they've got their own guys. And that's how it works. We still have to negotiate with them. Troy's can still say no. But it's basically the money is going to the owners. It's coming from the same owner, basically, in a sense. This is confusing. It's a weird one, but don't get your head lost in it. But Savinho, what will happen if Girona play Man City in the UCL? Well, both of them are allowed to play in the UCL. That stuff's been tidied up because UEFA have authorized it, because they've looked into the clubs, both clubs, and UEFA have basically been like, okay, no, there's no one in these respective clubs that can offer the other club a tactical advantage when the game comes, meaning it's fair play, basically, essentially. FSG looking to buy Bordeaux. Oh, that French club. Yeah, they had to close down, didn't they? A shame, really. They're a really old French club, and they made Zidane, didn't they? Yeah, Girona are in the UCL. I know, but what if they play each other? Yeah, basically what I just said. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary, just be another game. Man City Girona final. We all get gold medals. Jokes, of course. Moving on to Matheus Nunes. And I won't lie, I actually thought Matheus Nunes was decent. I actually thought he had a decent game. Now I'm not going to say he's the next Bernardo Silva or whatever. He had a good match, I felt, when he came on. Wanted to make stuff happen. DC United will win the cup. Get it. Welcome to the chat either way, lad. My vlog has 50 views in just over 2 hours. It's not great. Hey, my YouTube video, YouTube videos I posted recently, they get like 10, 12 views in the first few hours. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up the next morning, and they've got 10 more. So don't worry about it, honestly. Worry about it when you wake up. That's what I say. And you've got a while to go, so don't worry about it for now. Maybe it works differently on your channel. It just tends to be how it does on mine. But yeah, that concludes that. Oscar Bob, man of the match. I just thought he was really good. Always looking to make stuff happen, and really unlucky to not make stuff happen at times. Glimpse. Low points and high points. Remember that. I remember a couple of months back. I literally, the beginning of the Euros, I got like 25 views on a live watch along. So don't worry about it. Nunes destroyed United almost. Yeah, he was actually really good. I've given him a lot of slack. So credit where credit's due on Nunes. He did really good, and I'm really excited to see if he can offer something to City, because I want every City player to do well. If Calvin Phillips stays, okay, I want him to do well. Of course I do. I'm supporting every single City player. But guys, thank you all for tuning in. What a win it is for City. Hopefully the first silverware of many. Thank you all for the support as per usual. It's great. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, won't I? Thank you all. Feel free to like and subscribe.